First I created a main screen with buttons linking to the other forms. We were also tasked with creating our own logo. I tried to use Paint, but being unfamiliar with the software and after several unsuccessful attempts, I decided to create something on PowerPoint and save it as a JPEG. My tutor provided me with an image of a form which I had to exactly recreate using Microsoft Studio Visual Basic. As you can see, it's very unstructured and the average user would find it quite difficult to complete. Even competent IT users would find this frustrating, especially should they have to use it on a regular basis. Within this form, I adjusted the background colour, changed the colour of the buttons and moved the logo and main button to different positions. I aligned the checkboxes and radio buttons and tried to group objects by the way in which they related to each other. With this form, I chose to give it a more colourful background. Again, the main buttons and logo were changed as per instruction. Again, I changed the position of the main button and the logo. This time I added symmetry to the radio buttons and grouped the majority of the buttons on the bottom of the form. Each adjustment I made, I was trying to find a flow and an order which was intuitive to a user in order for them to easily complete the form. In order to test usability, I used SurveyMonkey to create a questionnaire based on 3 metrics: time and efficiency, colour and regional structure. Each question with a 5-point answer scale. I was asked to survey 3 people, preferably with a non-technical background. The results of the analysis showed here on the screen was the preference to the background colour was on Form 2. The analysis showed that the colour of buttons on Form 4 were preferential. People tended to disagree with the grouping of the buttons on Form 3, and their opinion was neutral on the symmetry of the buttons and checkboxes in Form 3. The analysis also showed that Form 2 took longer to complete than the time allocated. Overall, the form needs to have a solid structure, be easy to read, intuitive, and the functions that relate to each other should be grouped. The colours need to be pleasing to the eye and preferably muted. And finally, although the results didn't suggest this, I think the buttons should be of a standout colour, as they are on Form 2. That brings me to the end. Thank you for listening. I'll see you next time.